Okay. Um, I'm gonna start off by saying this. The best thing to know in life is what you are called to do. Okay, and that is called your vision. When you see your vision, I didn't know it was my vision at that time, but I always tried to go around people who kind of understood it. It's always God leads you to people to direct you and guide you, and I always try to go through submission and understand that. But your vision is really, really important. It was the greatest day of my life when I found out what my vision was. Not what I was good at, because I was good at a lot of things. And people say, oh, pick what you have to pick one to be, which is true, because once you start getting your vision, will narrow that down. So when I had my vision and I saw what I was supposed to be doing, uh, it it energized me. It made me go. Like, okay, so, and I don't want people to be like, I saw this vision. Sometimes you see visions of yourself doing certain things, and sometimes it's symbolic. Sometimes it's actually there, and I've had both of them, okay? But um, I'll tell you this, like, the difference, you need to find the difference between your vision and God's vision for you, okay? The main thing that I understood what was God's vision for me and what was best for me, was because what I was doing was not, it wasn't benefiting me. It was not like benefiting me, like I wasn't getting rich off of it or anything. It was helping other people. It was helping other people. It was healing people. I always knew that God gave me that gift to do stuff and bring laughter and bring really like healing people. I always knew I had that gift. Okay. Uh, yeah. So when I saw this vision, I knew I saw this vision ever since I was a little kid. And I used to tell people, and that's why when I went to kindergarten, and my kindergarten teacher, Miss Butler, I will never forget that lady. She taught everybody, almost everybody in my family, that was like, I want to say at the age of now, like probably 55, 60 and under. I kid you not. She was still teaching, and she was old when I got there. And then she like had some of my younger cousins and stuff, niece and nephews or whatever. So, but I remember her, Miss Butler, and she got and she asked everybody what did they want to be. And I told her I wanted to be a helper. And she was just looking like, "What?" And all the kids started laughing. And but what would I see in the dream? Like, I would be helping a lot of people. Like, I was older then, but I was like, why do I look so old? Like, I was still look youthful like now, but I was like an adult like now, but I was a kid seeing this in my dream, helping people. So, and I knew this all tied into something that happened in the past with me, I really couldn't explain it because at that time I was like 4 or 5 years old. But I remember telling her part of that dream. So, um, anywho, yeah, back to your vision. Your vision, and if it's appointed by God, it's not going to benefit you. Now, it might give you financial gains, okay? Because I've gotten some financial gains from it, because money will start chasing you if you find into your purpose. But your vision will always, if it's from God, it will not benefit you. It won't benefit you. It will be benefiting the people that surround you. The people that surround you. Um, look at like Moses, the vision that God gave him. It wasn't, yeah, it gave him a lot of gifts and a lot of power and authority, but it was to help the people get out into the promised land, leave Egypt, and get into the promised land of milk and honey. Um, get into the promised land. Okay, look about Joseph in the Bible. He had anointing too, and God's vision for him, even though he went through all that was God's vision for him to go through that. But it was to help his family be able to be okay during the drought. When he saw those dreams and stuff like that, and seeing that the stars were bowing, and the moon and the sun and the stars were all bowing to this one star, to him, the smallest one. People thought he was being arrogant, but anyhow, that's your vision. That's God's vision for you. Okay. When I started telling people, God is telling me to serve, like to serve. Um, it was getting, and it almost made me weak, but it was energizing. Every time I would try to do something, I would put on events. I would be so tired and I would be so broke. People didn't even understand it because you have to put so much investment into it to attract more money to get into it, to the funds, because you're dealing with something that people usually push out. The homeless people usually push away and they push out. Um, God would just tell me to leave or leave a job. It wasn't, I'm like, I need to do this. I know this is what God called me to do. What am I supposed to do? I got to go to work. God would tell me to leave the job. Now, I'm not telling anybody to leave their job, but God literally told me this. And this happened to me 3 times in my life. And I had to do that. It was very hard. It was very tough. But, yeah, it was the best part of my life. It was knowing your vision is the best part of your life. And people don't understand, when you find your vision, it's okay to be a slave to it. People think that freedom is the best solution. It's not. We're all slaves. We're all slaves. I don't care what nobody says. Nothing in this life is free. Nothing in this life is free. Salvation, it wasn't free. It didn't start off free. It was given as a gift. People always, and Christians always saying this, man. And I'm a Christian. I'm a believer. I'm a Christian. And they always try to say, salvation was free. No. It was free. It was given to us because we believe that what Jesus Christ did for us. He paid the price. Okay, it says He paid the price. Somebody had to pay. Okay, and I'm glad it wasn't me, because I wouldn't have been enough. But you have to understand, there is a price. He had to be a slave to his master, which was the word of God, because he puts his word, boom, above his freaking name. So when God told me to serve, I was going through so much. I was going through so much heartache, so much stuff, and I was like, all these relationships, and I was like, oh my God, I left out of a $250,000 house. Then after that, before that, I was engaged to this guy, and he had a lot of money, land. People worshipped him. It was kind of crazy, and I think that was the reason why I was like, no. He let me, pray to God, even though he didn't believe in my God. He believed, and that was kind of one of the main factors why I said no. But anyhow, so, but God was just pulling these people away, and I'm like, what happened? I must be horrible. And then I couldn't get a job. I mean, I would be applying at these jobs. I'm like, this got to be some spiritual witchcraft. And some of it was wickedness in high places, but other times, I understand now it was God protecting me and showing me where I'm supposed to be at. Because why, during that time when I couldn't get a job? See, people think that in order to be prosperous, you need a job. You need a job. No, you need to see what is around you. And I didn't have anything around me but my hands. And what I'm able to do is speak. So I served. What am I good at? I'm good at making makeup. I mean, from scratch making makeup, okay? I can make makeup from scratch. And that's how I ended up starting my own business. People like, okay, you broke and you saying, well, all I can do is buy fast food. That doesn't sound cool. Like, that doesn't even make sense. Now, I can see if you lived homeless and you didn't have an oven to cook. But you got an oven to cook and you got $3. So you're going to go to McDonald's and buy you 3 freaking fish sandwiches or chicken sandwiches for $1, instead of going and buying some potatoes or buying some dough. Let's see, because I would have made something. I would have made some freaking Oreo cookies, some kind of. I would have been on my hustle, or get me some Kool-Aid. Make myself some Kool-Aid for 20 cents. It's what at Aldi's $1 for 20 packs of freaking cheap Wilder's Kool-Aid. And I would have been right there on that stand. And if I even would have had just 10 cents, 10 people come, that's $1. I've already made my profit off of that one pack. And if you do that every day, you got some money. You got some money coming in. But people don't think about that. They think, oh, I need a job. I need to be employed by somebody. What if they never give you the job? Okay? And I had to figure that out. But, anywho, the second thing, I I said this too. The second thing about my vision, the vision that God gave me, was that it fueled me. It energized me. And that's what the Lord showed me. Like, going through these obstacles, seeing things, how people were mistreating me, and like these ladies were like manipulating me, and all these people were manipulating me, and they were doing crazy stuff. But me going through it fueled me, because I'm one of those people. I'm determined to show the glory of God in my life, and I am a servant. I know that is what I'm good at. Serving people, dealing with the homeless population, being homeless, and operating out of God's gift, fueled, energized me to go for the vision. Um and every day I did not have a job. I was getting denied. I applied for, now this time I applied for over like 200 jobs within like 2 months, you know. Um, and then after that, I still was serving afterwards, because that is where, now I didn't get a job where I thought I would be at, but I had to flip burgers, and that was okay for me, it was, at first it was like, okay. And then you see other people who were flight attendants. They're like, where I have one of my old coworkers, they're like, why are you here? Like, what is going on? And they would call me and they would say, Bill, your job is available anytime now. But I knew that this is what is fueling me. This is what is fueling me. So I knew that was, and I could no longer do the things that interest me. Like, I mean, it changed my whole mindset. That's how I know. That's the power of your vision. Your vision will make you get rid of people who don't walk your walk. They can be friends with you. You can be cool with them, but you have to get them away in order for your vision. You'll let some other stuff die. You'll be able to sacrifice it if it is your vision. But some people let their vision die. But if that's your vision, it'll haunt you. It'll haunt you like a hawk. It will haunt you like a hawk. So, yeah. Yeah, that's how I found out what my vision was. For one, it didn't involve me being prosperous as far as being rich. It had nothing to benefit me. It had to benefit others. It was healing others. It was in turn healing others through others. It haunted me. What else did I say? It energized me. It energized me to keep going. I kid you not, when God was telling me that, I thought I was tripping. Man. God was talking to me in my dreams, like, it's crazy. Yeah, and I really do believe God sends you stuff in the dreams. God was just telling me to record. I was homeless myself, and I was recording some of this stuff. How some of these people would be treating me. And if I would have had the job that I had, and had the label that I had before, these people wouldn't be talking to me like that. They wouldn't been doing any of that. It showed me so much, like, sides of it, and it humbled me, but it energized me to go harder. So, yeah, if you're looking for your vision, that's the second greatest day. I understand why people say that's the second greatest day on earth. Is to find out what your purpose is, which is your vision. Because it fuels you. Nothing else. Everything else will kill you. You can't go back. You can't hang out with certain people, because they'll tear you away from your vision. You have to be around like-minded people. So yeah, that's it. Hopefully something I said or done will help you on your journey. Stay tuned to Journey to Jerusalem. Thank you.